Hello, Beez Blade'ers, and welcome newcomers to the channel. I want to give a special shout out and thank you to the channel members of Beez Blades and all the patrons on Patreon and all you guys that hit the like button and always comment on all the videos. I appreciate it so much. I really love this knife community. It is just so exciting. So I'm excited to bring you guys this one today. This is going to be a first day, first impressions for you. Can you believe it? It's not an unboxing. What? Right. So let's get right into it. This is the Kubey KU322, and I've had this a while. I have not got to check it out until today because this was sent to me by Kubey along with some other knives, and until I check them out, they sit in the case. I somehow have the ability to not mess with a knife or open a box unless I'm doing it on camera. Now, this is going to be a first. I carried this dude today, and I'm going to give you a one-day impression, and I'm going to tell you right now, spoiler alert, it's going to be a good one. So this is the 322 by Kubey, and I'm telling you what, this thing is freaking amazing. I mean, holy cow. First day impression is a really, really good one. I'll give you a look over of the knife if you want to take a screenshot. There's a good opportunity for that. There's that side. There's that side. Man, would you look at that chunker? It looks like a chunker, but it's really not. But it is built so solid. You can get this at White Mountain Knives for, after the Beez Blades discount, it's like 52 bucks. And right now, as of the posting of this video, you can get it on Amazon for $48.99. And this thing is sweet. I'm going to run over the specs real quick, and then we'll get into all the fun stuff, the ergos and the action and all that good stuff. And if you're new to the channel, believe me, there's always a link in the description to the knife that's on the video, along with the discount codes, affiliate links, all kinds of cool stuff. All right, so let's zip through this. This knife's total length from tip to tip is 8 1/8 inch. It weighs 4.87 ounces. The blade style obviously is, well, maybe not obviously if you haven't been here a while, but this is a drop point style blade. It's D2 steel with a really nice stone wash. We'll check that out here in a minute. Your total blade length is 3.39 inches. Your sharpened blade length is 3.34. Your blade width from here to here is 1.37, and then your blade stock thickness is 122 thousandths. All right. Your thickness behind the edge, up here, it's around 16 thousandths, and then it drops right down to 12 thousandths, and then 11 thousandths. So it gets nice and slicey. Oh, yeah. Your handle is G10. Your handle length is 4.76 ounces. I'm going to leave that in there. 4.76 inches from tip to tip. Your handle width, 1.32 inches. Handle thickness is just over ½ an inch at 0.52. And your opening methods for this bad boy is going to be a flipper tab and nice old thumb hole right here. And oh my gosh, I can't wait to show you guys here in just a second. And then in the pivot, we've got some cage ball bearings, and your lock is a liner lock, which is very nice, very, very nice. And you have stainless steel liners in here, and your pocket clip, check this out, right hand, left hand carry, tip up. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. And then we have T8 in the pivot, and then T6 is right here and right here and right here and right here. And that's all you have for your hardware, which is not too shabby. And this is model number KU322, and it's made in China. I'm going to show you guys right off the bat how it fits in the pocket, and I can tell you, easy one hand in and out of the pocket, nice deep carry, holds in there just right. It's very nice, very, very nice. And as far as the edge geometry and the cutting, as far as I know, this has not been sharpened, but I'll just give you guys a little look-see, because I know it's so fun to see something get cut on paper. On video, look at that. Swing, swing. Look at that. I just touched myself right there. Ooh, better be careful. Keep those Band-Aids handy. Yeah, so it's nice and slicey for sure. So I'm going to do some quick size comparisons for you guys, and then I'm going to show you some amazing action on this thing. Here is the Spyderco Tenacious to give you an idea of thickness. So there's the Tenacious. I'm going to zip through a couple here. Here's the Spyderco Para 3. Here's the Spyderco Manix 2. I don't want to go too fast. Give you guys time to check it out. So it's a little bit wider than the Manix 2. And here's the Kizer Full Size Sheepdog. So the Sheepdog, it's a little bit thicker. Yeah, for sure. And then here's one you guys may have been seeing lately. Is the Petrified Fish Beluga which I'm going to compare this bad boy to when we lay them out here. And here's one more for you that a lot of people have, is the Civivi Baklash. So you can see it's about the same exact width as the Civivi Baklash. And I'm going to lay this bad boy down and give you guys a better idea of how big or small this knife actually is. So let's do a little zoom ski. And all right, are you ready? Here we go. Here's the Spyderco Tenacious, tried and true, what got me into this whole knife collecting gig. And here's the Spyderco Para 3. So there you go. Look at that. Okay, you got it? You got it? All right. Ready? Here's a couple more. Here's the Manix 2, Spyderco Manix 2. I'm going to line them up pivot to pivot. All right. And here we go. You guys know what that is? That's the Kizer Sheepdog non-flipper. Oh my God, I love it. Now you can see, look at there. You know, it's pretty darn close. It's actually bigger than the full-size Sheepdog. The Sheepdog looks huge to me when I'm looking at it on paper or when I see it, you know, in a reviewer's hand, but it's really not that big a knife. It's just a regular size knife. The blade just makes it look like a bigger knife. But you can see that there's less sharpened length and less blade on the full-size Sheepdog. If I go like that, very interesting, interesting. Now here's the Petrified Fish Beluga. The Beluga, which is a big boy. Oh yeah, it's a big boy. So there you go, pivot to pivot. The Beluga actually has more blade. Well, you know, yeah, it does, just barely. Just barely. And I'll put a couple more up here. There's the Civivi Baklash. Now, that gives you an idea of the length of this knife, because I know so many people have handled the Baklash. I'll put one more up here, the Civivi Brazen, because you gotta have some Civivis in the mix, right? Or as Nick Shabazz would say, Civivi. So there you go. There's your size comparisons. A quick call to action, you guys. If you're not subscribed, please do that now before you forget. You don't want to miss what is coming our way. I have got so much cool stuff to show you guys. We have a giveaway coming up. Don't forget, there's always an awesome list right there. Tap on that if you want to see an awesome list of awesome videos to watch, with knife reviews, unboxings, all that cool stuff. And then right down here, you can tap on the Beez Blades logo, and that'll just, you can go right there and just subscribe that easy. So thanks for the thumbs up, guys. I love and thank you for your support. You guys are freaking awesome. Now let's get back to this bad boy. I'm gonna back out and show you the deployment on this puppy. Oh my goodness. All right, so check this thing out. I mean, I am excited to show you guys this. Here's your push button. You ready? Whoosh! Pops out, and look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It is drop shutting. It is unbelievable. It just, holy cow. So there's your push button. And then here's your light switch. Pow, right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser. And then you have your thumb flick. And then you can use your index finger to flick it open very easily. This thing has a great detent. I bet Lefty loves it. And there's your middle finger. And then here's the pinch open. And then the slow roll just with your thumb. There's so many freaking fidget options with this thing. It's just crazy. Now with the heavier blade, now shows you the blade retention. The detent works great for blade retention. Now when you have a heavier blade like this, you can always turn it upside down and give it a zinger, and then you can hold the knife like this if you want to, for whatever reason you want to. But the Ergos are great. And here you go with left-handed. And of course, it's you can reverse that pocket clip. So here's left-handed. Oh my goodness. Look at this, how easy it is to use with the left hand. I can even middle finger flick, no problem with my left hand. You can sit here and just fidget with this thing for days. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you guys how awesome the action of this thing is. It is freaking awesome. The fidget factor of this thing is just freaking amazing. Now let's go over some ergos. My hand from here to here is 4 inches. From here to here is 3.5. And then from right here at the bottom to the tip of my finger, middle finger, is 7.25. So that's how big or small my hand is. This is what it looks like in my hand. And then, oh my gosh, that action. Here's your ergos. Look at that. This thing has amazing ergos. There's no freaking hot spots to report. I mean, there's no hot spots. You can grab this sucker. You could get into it. I mean, I am pulling right now. You can get in it. Get in it. The ergos are freaking awesome. You do have a nice forward choil here. Nice Plenty of room for sharpening. You're gonna sharpen this for all kinds of times, all kinds of days before you get to that plunge grind. And I wouldn't say that I can choke up with a hammer grip up here, because if I do that, I'm going to be too close to that edge. But for choking up for regular cutting, like most of us do when we do cutting, it is so comfortable the way your hand lies in there. And then look here, you got a little bit of jimping for your thumb. Your thumb just rests. Look at that. It's like they made it for my hand. Oh my gosh, it is so comfortable. And then for doing utility cutting, I mean, your tip is just a tad higher than the pivot. It's really not that bad. Your tip goes right to the ground, If you're cutting on the ground, I guess it would. But there's your utility grip. Look at that, slicing. Oh my gosh, it is so comfortable. And taking a look up closey here, we're definitely centered, and we have ball bearings in the pivot. And then just giving you a nice close-up look here. Check out this finish. I mean, that stonewash finish looks so nice. And that pivot, that KB pivot, is really nice. And then this texture, this G10 texture, I swear it's exactly like what you're going to get with a Spyderco. It looks like it's from the exact same place. It feels just right. It has that just perfect amount of texture on it. And you do have a lanyard hole on this bad boy. And if you look in here, you guys see those holes? Look at that. Look at all that milling for weight reduction. And let me see here. Show you a little bit of contrast. There you go. Look in there. Would y'all look at it? Just look at it. Let's look at this side. They really paid attention to cutting down on the weight. This thing is milled out as much as they possibly could. And looky here. This pass-through, it's very comfortable. I like it when I don't have to dig my thumb down in there to open the knife or to close it. It's comfortable. I can use the side of my thumb. I don't have to dig. Look how comfortable this is. Oh my gosh. Look how comfortable. I can use my whole thumb and just push over, and I'm unlocked just like that. And the lockup on this bad boy, I would say it's about 35%, 30-35%. You want to take a look here? See there? So yeah, the lockup's great. The disengagement, that's what gives this a high fidget factor for me, is when I can just sit here and just fidget with it. And it's so easy to disengage. That takes the fun out of using a knife when I have to dig my finger in there. And I mean, look at this, for days. It takes no effort. I don't have to, I can't stress how much that is just an awesome thing when I don't have to dig my finger in there to disengage the lock on a knife. That, my friends, is freaking sweet. So let me zoom ski in here. What do I like about the knife? Pretty much everything. The fit, the finish, everything is just great. I've only had it in my pocket for, a little over a half a day. So I've had a little bit of experience with it, not much. And I can tell you, I haven't found anything negative to say about this knife. No sharp or no hot spots. The pocket clip doesn't even bother me when I'm gripping it in my hand. I mean, there's just nothing negative to say. And for under 50 bucks, are you freaking kidding me? I have got to get me one of these. I'm telling you what, I have got to get one of these. This is an awesome knife. Not only for the ergonomics, but for the blade steel. I love D2. D2 keeps its edge. It has a really, really nice finish. I have nothing negative to say on day one. And of course, I will come back and report to you guys. I really appreciate you guys being a part of Beez Blades, and make sure you do your thing and make your comments. Even if you don't have a comment about the knife, tell me how your day was. Tell me what you had for supper. Tell me what you had for breakfast. Just say something in the chat. It helps out the algorithm. It helps out the channel. And also, I love interacting with you guys. So remember to live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.